This is the National News Bulletin on Star TV Channel 21. Thanks for joining me. A warm welcome to you. I am Warabai Kamara. First, the headline. College of Medicine Allied Health Science has organized a matriculation ceremony for the new entries into the university.
We do not tolerate exam malpractice because we...
Construction and Development Partnership Organization has established a standard library at the Waterloo named the Chukwuma Johnson Memorial Library, aimed at improving the reading culture of pupils in different schools in the western area throughout the state.
Library because we want to improve on the reading culture of the kingdom.
The regional chief imam of the Waterloo in the western area rural district, Alhaji Sheikh Rashid Kamara, has told his drama that it is obligatory for Muslims the world over to observe the month of Ramadan as a part of the ideals and principle of worshipping Allah.
You know, everybody knows that everything don't go up. Food in the market, but the finance for the person get money for.
Sierra Leone Correctional Center has on Friday, 10th May 2019, released a total number of 107 inmates on the recommendation of the Presidential Pardon Committee at the Sierra Leone Correctional Center in Freetown.
Especially at the maximum security facility. That's Freetown.
Those were the headlines.
All it takes is one ring, and if you call back, they've got you. A new phone scam is claiming victims across the country.
And in the last 24 hours or so, those calls have become even more frequent for North Texans. Alex Rozier tells us what you should look out for.
As the owner of Oldham Lumber,
how many calls did you get? Do you remember?
Mike Wood spends a lot of time on the phone.
Been going crazy.
But he doesn't do business in Sierra Leone. Have you ever been to Sierra Leone?
No, sir.
Do you know anyone from Sierra Leone?
No, sir.
And that's why he was so thrown when he received 6 calls from the country the past few days.
And then I come to the office yesterday, and all my employees are telling me, oh, yeah, we've been getting them all, too.
First call was 12:15 this morning from Sierra Leone.
And you got called, too?
At 3:30 this morning, woke up the whole family.
Now the FCC put out a consumer alert warning that scammers are looking to defraud consumers by prompting an expensive call back. The scammers generally let the phone ring only once and then they hang up. They want you to call back because once you make that call and they get you on the phone, you may pay up. The FCC says once you call back, every minute of that call, the fraudster can run up a toll that is largely paid to the scammer.
If you don't recognize the number, don't pick it up, don't call back. We've been getting a lot of calls overnight about this scam.
I sat down with Felicia Clark from the Better Business Bureau. She says if you believe you are a victim of the scam, keep a close eye on your cell phone bill.
What we believe is happening is that, for however long you're actually on the phone, these scammers are able to cram charges onto your phone bill.
Companies like Verizon and AT&T now have tools to help limit robocalls.
It started at 6:45 a.m.
But today Mike Wood has a call to make too. Who are you going to call now?
I'm going to call AT&T. That's my provider.
As he hopes to not get a bill for someone else's bad business.
It wasn't just your typical robocall. It was one after another.
In Dallas, I'm Alex Rozier.
And guess who else got a call overnight?
Yeah, during the 5 o'clock news yesterday.
Oh, it was at 5 o'clock yesterday.
Those losers from Sierra Leone called me.
Yeah, that's a 232 number on
232-210-2946. Don't hit redial on my phone.
No, sir.
All right, let me get into this.
Some too on the other side of that wall right there. But that's not what I'm here to talk to you about. I'm here to talk to you about a new phone scam that's going on. It's called Sierra Leone or Sierra Leone. And apparently they call your phone. It rings once, and it leaves some kind of number for the USA, and then when you call it back, you get zapped with an international phone call charge. So this is how you block the number. You just pull up the number that you want to block, scroll down, block this caller, block contact. There you go. It's blocked. And here's an example of some of the numbers that may pop up on your screen and the name. So, there you go. Even if you know someone named Sierra Leone, you might want to call her from your list. Don't just automatically call back. Anyway, beware of that. Don't fall for that scam. It could cost you some money.
And now for the news in detail. College of Medicine Allied Health Science has organized a matriculation ceremony for the new entries into the university. The Deputy Vice Chancellor, Professor Mohammed Samai, in an interview with Admire Samai, said the day is to enroll students officially into the university, and they have matriculated 355 students and advised them to take their work serious.
Today is the college matriculation day. This is the day where we enroll students officially into the university, and we give them university numbers, and they take an oath to be part of the university membership. So today we have matriculated a total of 355 students from various programs within the college. We expect them to abide by the rules and regulations and policies and statutes of the university. And these rules and regulations have been given to them before now, so we know they've read them and they've understood them, so they should be able to cooperate with the administration in terms of implementation of those rules and regulations. It borders on discipline, examination, malpractice, it borders on a lot of things. And particularly in terms of examination, as a college, we do not tolerate exam malpractice because we train professionals to look after the life of people. So if you go through a program by default through malpractice, then you may not be fit to look after the life of people. So we ensure that students enrolled in commerce specifically do not engage in exam malpractice. So we have a lot of policies that guide our examination processes. It's the diploma in nursing, because we have a lot of diploma programs within the university and even outside. And the entry requirement into those programs, they range from 2 to 4 WASs. But the diploma in nursing program, which is professional nursing, that is where professional nursing starts. Their requirement into that program is really 5 WASs. So they have requirements equivalent to any other person that is enrolled in all the degree programs, and even students enrolled in medicine. So they are equally qualified to do medicine, but by choice they have decided to do nursing. So it's the only diploma program within the university which requests students to have 5 WASs as a requirement.
You're still watching the National News Bulletin here on Star TV. The Construction and Development Partnership Organization has established a standard library at Waterloo named the Chukwuma Johnson Memorial Library, aimed at improving the reading culture of pupils in different schools in the Western Area Rural District. Andrew Bestman has more.
Speaking to this video, the country director of the Construction and Development Partnership Organization, Nancy Kagbo, said the newly established Chukwuma Johnson Memorial Library will not only benefit pupils and students of Waterloo, but will also motivate and help improve the reading culture of pupils in different schools in the district, noting that the educational standard in the district has dropped in previous years.
We opened this library because we want to improve on the reading culture of Pekin. We find out that the reading culture we don't go down. And when Pekin able to read and comprehend, if they learn anything, they learn all things. Now we open this library for improving on the reading culture of the Pekin and Pekin and they come at the library. As you can see, the book they now get book them facilities and they for let Pekin learn. Now we open this library.
2 students of the St. Raphael Catholic Secondary School, Dorinda Davis and Shadrach Milton Turi, thanked and commended the organization for the establishment of the library, hoping that more educational facilities will be provided for the advancement of education in the entire district.
Well, this library has helped me a lot in terms of my reading aspect. I came to this library usually to read and research for words. Whenever they give me assignment or something to do, this library usually helps me. So that's all.
Sometimes when there is no improvement in the school, we came here with our friends. We meet a woman sits here, it gives us a spelling dictation and then we answer it. As for me, it improved my reading culture.
The establishment of the Chukuma Johnson Memorial Library is a move in the right direction to promote the culture of reading and research amongst pupils in the district. Andrew Bestman reporting.
The regional chief imam of Waterloo in the Western Area Rural District, Alhaji Sheikh Rashid Kamara, has told his Jama that it is obligatory for Muslims the world over to observe the month of Ramadan as part of the ideal and principles of worshipping Allah. Andrew Bestman reports.
According to the regional chief imam, Alhaji Sheikh Rashid Kamara, it is not only obligatory to observe the month of Ramadan within the Islamic faith during this period, but that worshipping Allah with the 5 daily prayers is mandatory for all believers of Islam, and encourage all Muslims to be passionate and be faithful throughout the Ramadan, as it is an event for all Muslims to be holy in the name of Allah, the most merciful.
And the reason why we observe the month of Ramadan is a command from the Almighty Allah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. Oh, you believe, the Almighty Allah don't prescribe the month of Ramadan for let it be fasting for una. And the month of Ramadan, in fact, in package way, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gets for you for the past 11 months, we have been sinned against the Almighty Allah, a lot of mistakes, lot of things they will do where they say Almighty Allah not please the tree. So inside this particular month, we don't begin yesterday, we not feel like the first day of Ramadan. Now, big gift from the Muslims them. Will anybody keep this month of Ramadan from the first day to the 29th or the 30th day of Ramadan? Believe me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, you will return to Ram as if the day when they born you, we cannot the world, we not get no sin through Allah in power. And then 2, the food stuff, the availability of the food stock, you know, everybody knows that everything don't go up. Food in the market, but the finance for the person get money for buy the food, that's the very most important thing. But thank God, Almighty Allah say, فَلْيَعْبُدُ رَبَّ هَذَا الْبَيْتِ. He say, when I worship the Almighty Allah, will make the souls out return for worship at the Al-Kaaba. And I go feed you, and then it prevents you from fairness through the Almighty Allah in power.
The deputy imam of the Fuller Mosque at Lompa, Waterloo, Ahmed Tijan Bari, and a worshipper, Mustafa Fofana, both of them described the holy month of Ramadan as special in the Islamic doctrine, adding that it should be observed within the principles, laws and guidance during the period of fasting, and encourage all Muslims to ensure that they pray fervently with faith in Allah throughout the Ramadan, including the other events in the Islamic calendar.
Alhamdulillah, this month of Ramadan, na a blessed month, na a month where it be say, it can wash we through we sins than what we don't commit. So me, I dey talk to me brother Muslim them, make we keep this month of Ramadan, find one, our God Almighty Allah command we, for say yes, this month of Ramadan, it can for guide we, it can for guide everybody when a Muslim, where he ready for keep the month of Ramadan. So how you for able guide yourself inside the month of Ramadan? Waiting Allah stop you for do, make you not do, and waiting Allah command you for do inside the month of Ramadan, make you able do you do sincere with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in fairness.
And the Sierra Leone Correctional Center has on Friday, 10th May 2019, released a total number of 107 inmates on the recommendation of Presidential Pardon Committee at the Sierra Leone Correctional Center in Freetown.
Giving his statement, the public relations officer of the Sierra Leone Correctional Center, Leslie Kulshawa, said these events usually occur on the 1st of January and the 27th April yearly based on the presidential pardon, but it was slightly delayed due to the rigorous vetting of the process of the inmates who were going to be released around the country, and further assured the public the inmates released would add value to their life.
Well, today we are releasing some inmates from all our centers across the country. Specifically today we are releasing 237 inmates nationwide. It usually occurs on New Year's Day and on April 27, which is our Independence Day. There's been a little bit of delay because of the processes through which the paper goes to. We prepared a list from around the country, and the managers send those lists to us at headquarters, upon which we in turn vet the list and send it to the Director of Public Prosecution. The Director of Public Prosecution, having watched the list, sends it to State House for the President approval. So if you look at all of those processes, start a very long system before they give us feedback to release it.
Speaking with the regional commander of the Western area and the director of the Freetown Correctional Center, Mustafa Sheriff Conte, informed the press that a total of 107 inmates were released, with 83 inmates from the Male Correctional Center, 19 from the Reintegrational Center at the Special Court, 5 from the Female Correctional Center, and 92 from the Provincial Center nationwide, and 10 from the Juvenile Center, 10 juveniles from the approved school. He further stated that each inmate were released based on their performance, behavior, and offenses they committed, stating also that their willingness to change their behavior to learn new skills, and all of the inmates released were given 1.5 million leons, each as benefits to continue their life outside prison.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, has deemed it fit to grant amnesty to some of our inmates, especially at the maximum security facility. That is the Freetown Correctional Center. We released 78 inmates. With all the necessary documents, we are waiting for the interview that we have effect the release. In the western area, we have a total number of 107 units. In the western area, we have 3 facilities. Here, the Freetown Male Correctional Center, we are to release 83 inmates. And in the Freetown Male Reintegration Center, we are to release 19 inmates. And the Female Correctional Facility, we are also to release 5 inmates. So the total is 107.
Speaking to one of the released inmates, Abubakar Jallo said he is happy for the opportunity given to him to make a change in his life and assured of a total transformation through skill acquisition. Reporting for Star News, I am Francis D.W. Houghton.
And that's all in a national news bulletin file here on Star Television Channel 21. I am Wara Bai Kamara, and do stay with us for the best in broadcast.